You, Getting the Job. The Owner's Manual for Getting You the Job You've Always Wanted. Presentation by Colleen Woodward. Introduction. To obtain a job, you must go through an interview process, and your success or failure can greatly depend on how your nonverbal communication is perceived. When interviewing for employment, you would think that if you are the candidate with the best answers to the interview questions, you'll get the job. But in fact, this typically isn't the case. How you are perceived is broken down as follows. Nonverbal comprises 55% of your response, and verbal just 7%. Paralanguage, which includes tone, pitch, speed, volume, number and length of pauses, represents 38%. What you want is to appear professional and attentive throughout the entire interview process. What to bring to an interview. You should bring a copy of your resume and a list of references. Put them in a portfolio or something else that will protect them from getting crumpled or stained. Also print them on new, quality paper. Using paper twice is environmentally friendly, but your future employer probably doesn't want to read a personal email that is printed on the back of your resume. If you have had similar jobs in the past and have samples of your work, this might be a good time to show what you can do. Bring a notepad in case you want to write down some important information. Always remember a pen, so you look prepared and don't have to ask for one. You never know, you might get offered the job and you'll need to fill out paperwork. What not to bring to an interview. Leave your cell phone at home. If you were to forget to turn it off, your potential employer might find out that you have an embarrassing ringtone. Your iPod. It's normally great to pass the time, but listening to it in the lobby while waiting for your interview looks unprofessional. If you come to an interview reeking of cigarette smoke or chewing gum, you might have a strike against you even before you have a chance to introduce yourself. Candy, soda, and coffee all have the potential to stain or get stuck to your interview outfit. Walking in with a huge coffee stain down the front of your white shirt isn't really the first impression you want to make. And remember to shine your shoes and iron your clothes. It makes you look polished and professional. While you wait for your interview, make sure you leave the house a few minutes ahead of schedule. It might mean that you're there early, but you also might get caught in traffic or have to make an unexpected detour because of an accident. Greet the receptionist or secretary and be friendly and pleasant. The interviewer might speak to them later on and ask what kind of first impression you made. If you need to wait, sit quietly and patiently. Do not take this time to make phone calls or listen to your iPod. Use the restroom before the interview. If you are nervous, your palms might be sweaty and you might have to go to the bathroom. Do this before. Wash your hands and run them under cool water to avoid an embarrassing sweaty handshake. During the interview, shake hands with the interviewer. Your handshake should be firm, not sticky or wimpy. Dress professionally. Be neatly groomed and have your shoes polished. Make sure you're not wearing too much perfume or aftershave. Establish and maintain eye contact with the interviewer for a few seconds at a time. Smile and nod at appropriate times, but do not overdo it. Keep an even tone to your speech. Do not be too loud or too quiet. A good rule of thumb is to match the interviewer's volume. Don't slouch. It makes you look too casual and relaxed. Lean forward and relax. Use your posture to indicate that you are interested and engaged. Listen and do not interrupt the interviewer. Be attentive and pay attention. And last but not least, remember your manners and thank the interviewer for taking the time to meet with you. Once you get the job, now that you have the job, it's important to remember everything that you've learned about nonverbal communication. It's important to make sure that your verbal and nonverbal messages complement one another. If not, the listener will typically assume that the nonverbal message is the correct one. The following are some things to remember. Communicate in a professional manner. Signal interest, attentiveness, and credibility through your use of eye contact. Eliminate physical barriers. Move out from behind your desk and arrange meetings so that the participants are seated around a table. Be aware of the messages that you're sending through your posture, facial expression, and paralanguage, and increase your sensitivity to the nonverbal messages of others.